What if Baby Sonic, Tails and Knuckles were captured in Sonic 4 the movie? The baby pets Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are captured in Sonic 4 the movie. Baby Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails had been sent to Earth by Longclaw through a ring portal as if they were pets. One morning they appeared right at the door of the house of Lord Dona and Lady Yoga inside a small cardboard box arranged like a cradle. Sonic was the first to open his little eyes, and right after him his two little brothers woke up as well. These were unknown creatures for Tom and Maddie, but they were so cute and adorable that it was impossible not to welcome them with love, especially because a letter came with them. The letter said that they should take care of them and keep them a secret, because one day they would save the entire universe. Without asking too many questions, Lord Dona and Lady Yoga took Baby Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles as if they were their own children. They fed them every day and watched them grow, not only in size but also in their minds, until in the blink of an eye, they were no longer just the little adorable creatures they once knew. They had become much more than that. At the beginning, they only ate and slept all day, and later, they played by throwing a ball or simply turning the whole house upside down. But little by little, they started discovering their abilities. Tails discovered how to fly by spinning his tails. Sonic discovered that his metabolism and nervous system were so fast that they made him incredibly quick. And Knuckles discovered that when he hit with his knuckles, his strength increased to an unbelievable level. Without realizing it, they began to act like the warriors they were destined to become, and they started training their abilities day after day. Until the day came when Tom read them the letter that had arrived with them the day they were left at the door of the house. The letter was from their mother, Longclaw, and it clearly said that they had to protect them because their home planet Mobius had been invaded by metallic hedgehogs from the future, called the Metal Sonics. And these machines had enslaved every living being on the planet Mobius by force and power. Only if Baby Sonic pets, Knuckles and Tails, became powerful enough would they be able to return and become the saviors of their planet and defenders of the universe. So now, already stronger, they began their journey and ran at full speed until they crossed a ring portal that had come together with Longclaw's note. But when they arrived on the planet Mobius, the worst thing happened. They were faced by a total of 1,500 Metal Sonics and were brutally defeated. And not only them. Many different Sonics from different realities had also been captured. Some of these versions looked exactly like Baby Sonic, but as an adult, while others were completely different. Like an old gray-furred Sonic, whose speed had weakened, but whose metal power and wisdom were extremely strong. The cartoon Sonic had been captured in the basement of Lord Dona's house in Universe 3.14. The furry Sonic was hit by the Metal Sonics while they were driving a car, and they hit him so hard that even a fart came out, and even the ugly Sonic had been captured, ending his unfortunate life. The Metal Sonics were capturing all the versions of Sonic from the multiverse in order to absorb their powers and reach their final, maximum power. For that plan, they only needed one more Sonic, the original and most powerful Sonic from the main universe. They were very close to achieving it, and they would have succeeded if it had not been for the arrival of the help they needed.
Hey you! Don't forget subscribe!
Please subscribe to our channel!
Subscribe now!
Right after Amy saves Sonic, she tells him that she needs his help and the help of the team. Immediately Knuckles and Tails arrive and say, "You are so fast!" Because Amy Rose had saved them before she saved Sonic and then disappeared. Now she explains that the Metal Sonics come from the future and have traveled through multiple timelines and universes capturing every Sonic they find. They already have 100 versions and only one is missing. If they capture Sonic number 101, which is you, and steal his power, then everything will end. The main Metal Sonic would gain a power that no being in the multiverse could ever match. Determined, Sonic asks where the base of the Metal Sonics is located. "We cannot let them reach Earth." Amy Rose replies, "Follow me." Amy Rose takes them to Little Planet and shows them inside the base the entire plan of the Metal Sonics and all the Sonic versions they have already captured, the ones she could not save. In theory, they must gather 101 Sonics to steal their power, Amy says. So we must avoid at all costs that they capture you. because everything depends on that. But at that exact moment, all of Little Planet starts shaking, and from its core, a blinding light begins to come out. When they look to see what it is, they see a mechanical orb similar to the cores the metal Sonics carry in their chests, but much bigger. It is absorbing energy from 8 emeralds, and inside those emeralds already lies the power of the 100 captured Sonics, because their powers had been sealed into them. If the main metal Sonic took those emeralds, he would become truly invincible. Amy Rose shouts, "This cannot be happening," but at that moment Sonic has a vision where his mind is taken to an alternate dimension. He finds himself on a completely destroyed planet, and far away he sees a giant hedgehog with the appearance of Shadow. "Shadow? What are you doing here?" Sonic asks. "I am the representation of your greatest fear," says Shadow. Sonic replies, "Fear? Yeah, right, I am not afraid of you." "Shut up, Sonic," Shadow shouts. "Listen carefully. If this continues like this, everyone, including me, will die. But there is something only you can do. With your speed, you have already broken gravity before. If you reach the speed of light, you can even travel through time. Do it. Go back 5 minutes into the past. That will be enough to change the direction of history." Sonic wakes up and says, "I know what to do." But Knuckles and Tails answer, "I hope you do it fast, because we are already surrounded." And they were right. 1,000 metal Sonics were attacking them at the same time. In less than 20 seconds, Knuckles, Tails, and Amy Rose were brutally destroyed because they were not useful for the plan of the metal Sonics. Only Sonic was needed. Sonic, shocked but also full of rage and adrenaline, does not let his mind become confused. He runs out of the base at full speed, knowing that despite the pain of this tragedy, he could reverse everything if he followed the steps Shadow told him in the vision. Sonic keeps running without stopping, circling all of Little Planet, and things begin to work. As Sonic runs, he notices that behind him he leaves temporal echoes, other Sonics existing for seconds in the same timeline as the original. And when Sonic finally reaches the speed of light, something epic happens. A massive explosion of chaos energy opens the portal that will send Sonic to the past. Meanwhile, the main metal Sonic is furious after seeing the huge dome of chaos energy created by Sonic because he knows what Sonic is trying to do. Sonic now begins breaking realities as he travels through the portal, seeing many different timelines and realities he could enter, until he finds the one that leads exactly 5 minutes into the past. Jumping through that opening, he arrives at Little Planet exactly 5 minutes before he and Amy Rose, Knuckles, and Tails arrive there. And Sonic is surprised because he finds Shadow lying on the ground surrounded by hundreds of metal Sonics. Sonic arrives just in time and saves his life. Shadow says, "So it worked, transmitting my thoughts to you with chaos control. But I see you actually believed that I was your biggest fear." Sonic replies, "Shut up. We have to act." Shadow answers, "For the first time, I agree with you." Immediately, they prepare themselves and charge against the more than 1,000 metal Sonics coming toward them. By combining their abilities, and especially by acting 5 minutes earlier, they manage to prevent the powers of the 100 alternate Sonics from being sealed inside the 8 emeralds. The plans of the original metal Sonic begin to fail. Now Amy, Rose, Knuckles, and Tails arrive with the other Sonic. But when that Sonic arrives, he disappears, becoming only a temporal echo because 2 versions of the same Sonic cannot exist together for long. Tails says, "That's so cool. The laws of space and time are still a mystery." But then the original metal Sonic appears and grabs the 8 emeralds, absorbing their power. Even though they did not contain the power of the Sonics anymore, they still held the power of every living being on Little Planet. If he absorbed that energy, everything would become worse. But before he could do it, Amy Rose steps in and takes the emeralds herself, transforming into Super Amy Rose. She shares her power with Sonic and Shadow, allowing them to enter their super forms as well. By combining their powers, they not only defeat the original metal Sonic, but also destroy the hundreds of remaining copies. In the end, they rescue and return all the captured Sonic versions back to their universes, including those who once were the Team Baby Sonic.